All right, let's break down this Fox News critique of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's appearance in Munich.
Right out of the gate, the source makes this huge claim, calling her speaking a different type of obliteration.
So, how did they back this up? Let's look at the evidence they presented.
Okay, first piece of evidence, her answer on whether the U.S. would defend Taiwan.
And the critique here? That she sounded like a student who, just didn't do the reading.
All right, the critique doesn't stop at foreign policy. Next up is economics.
Specifically, it was her take on whether she'd push for a wealth tax as president.
The source's point is pretty clear. On the world stage, it's like a final exam. No room for error.
So what's the source's explanation for all this? They call it the media cocoon.
Basically, the idea is she was never really challenged by the press, so she wasn't ready for tough questions.
And to really drive the point home, they put her answers side by side with a couple of Republicans.
For example, they held up this answer from Marco Rubio about how to handle China.
And the verdict on his response, the source says he laid it out perfectly.
Now for the last piece of evidence the source brings up, and it's about a geography comment.
This one was about Venezuela, specifically whether the U.S. should act against its head of state. Well, this kicked off a firestorm online, with people pointing out a pretty big geographical error. And all of this leads to the source's final take on how prepared AOC really is.
So the source's big conclusion is this: being a social media influencer isn't the same as being a real influencer.
It all raises a big question, right? What does this critique say about what we expect from our leaders today?